That's for Buddy Team, Jay, Abdul, and Julie. Thursday, 18th of May, 2017. Let me do some check-ins here. Jay, really tired, not feeling well, working too much and too long. 4 out of 10. Abdul. So some tasks. We want to get the link for the template notes. Topics. So we have the days, hours. I'm going to go through the budget some more. Budget, more budget and Buddy Team budget approvals. Supersonic. Is Julie here? You got, can you guys see and hear my screen? All right, now I can link the live hangout here. Blah. And then we also are going to link the live feed video here, YouTube video. And then we can also add in the video indexing. And then let's also get our session roles going on here. Let's see. Filtration Jade, notes, probably just me. Timekeeper. Does anyone want to be timekeeper today? That'll be super duper helpful. Video indexing, super duper helpful. Session value tracking, master document updating. Anyone willing to help with any of these positions? Awesome. Let's get started with the first topic. Oh, look, Abdul's going to help with timekeeping. Video indexing is going to be Lucy and Abdul. Cool. All right, maybe we do this after. I wanted to get started with the first topic, which was recruitment. So add a line in here. Wait, and did I get the link? So we're at 10 minutes and 3:30, so 9:20 is when we got started. So this is here. At 9. Illustration time. Hey Lucy, are you doing the video indexing on the first topic? Oh, nice, you're doing it. I love it. All right. Oh. I guess Abdul is doing it. All right, we are ready. Great. All right, so recruitment, yeah. Oh, and I want to add really quickly topics. Let's do a quick policy on session work time tracking. All right, recruitment. So recruitment's pretty straightforward. We know that, you know, if we go to, actually, I'm going to go over here because it goes faster. This is Melon Buddy. Get to that as well. So I'm going to come up to the global super team doc. Wait, no, let me go over here. The personnel and support doc. So in the personnel and support doc, we have the minimal intake form. This is step 1 for anybody for recruitment. The main reason I'm talking about this is for Julie, right? Oh, Lucy, did you get a chance to check in yet? We gotta get Lucy checked in. All right, so this is the recruitment link. So this is step 1 for recruitment, is to fill out this form. So in the context of Benji, so Benji is Julie's husband. So when we get people involved, anyone can get involved at any time, right? So the general policy is that anyone can get involved at any time, period. But if you want to get upfront pay, you have to be approved within the budget. Right, so this includes a proposal of the minimum upfront pay you will accept, plus your ideal pay, and then we always do equity and tokens for the for up to the ideal pay. Do the jurisdictional and ideal pay, including minimum global equity. All right, so that is our policy. And we, you know, the rest of it is obviously going to choose your own rate. So you choose your own rate. If you can't fit in the budget, then we simply can't have you do work. So it's that simple, right? And you can change your proposal 1 month in advance. All right, so with Benji here, you know, I got this Skype message. So it's going to send a quick message that's basically, you know, this link. So this is all you really need to send, is just fill out this form and we'll follow up with you, right? I'm just going to send a quick message just because, you know, it's Benji, it's Julie's husband, so we should make sure that we explain it. But Julie can also explain it as well. So I'm saying, hi Benji, it's exciting that you're interested in being involved. Although anyone can be involved at any time, if you want upfront pay, you have to first be approved within the budget. Our budgets are very constrained. So please let us know the minimum amount you need to be paid to see what we can work out. So this is the link for the form, and you know, we'll be in touch as able. Thanks again for your interest. All right, so that's pretty much a reasonable, you know, basic one. So that's step 1. Step 2 is then we would like follow up and see if we can fit them into the budget. If you can fit them in the budget, then it's just like basically personnel intake, which is a different process. So it's pretty simple, that whole process here. All right. So any questions about recruitment? And let's go ahead and make sure this is in the, I think we have a recruitment. Yeah, we have a recruitment doc. Great. All right. So I'm just gonna, so this is part of indexing, right? So we just copy, and I'm gonna index this into the recruitment section. In the future, if I ever ask for help indexing information from our notes, right? That's what it is. It's just copying and pasting into the correct doc, and this would be the recruitment doc. All right, so let's go on to the next topic, which is policy on session work time tracking. So for this one should be, so this is a policy, well, this is really the same thing we talked about yesterday. I wonder if I still have that doc open for yesterday's. Yeah, this looks good. Close that, close that, close that. Okay, this is yesterday. So yesterday we talked about, let me look at the index. We called it assigned work hour pay policy. This is what we're talking about here. This would be the topic. I'm gonna index this. Oh, wait, hold on guys 1 second. I just have to do, and then if you guys can get the index ready. Yeah, so when I get their index ready on the next one, I'll be making the You excited? Ready? What's a BC one? Maybe. I'm in the middle of my call. Maybe you can start the podcast, maybe turn up a little higher. All right, how is that indexing going? Awesome, indexing looks good. Cool, all right, so now we're doing the reviewing assigned task policy hours. And we're specifically checking in on this additional section on session work time. So I think we understand overall, and I might as well just pull it up real quick. So this would be the spreadsheet of work hours and pay. So when you go to the spreadsheet work hours and pay, you have your overall hours, and you have your assigned work hours, and you have your client assigned tasks, right? So everybody who works will get paid, but we need to track this for value tracking so we can issue all different types of contribution credits. And we want to be super organized because we want to show, as an example, how it's done for everyone else. So worst case scenario, like if you're doing like too many hours, like let's say Julie's got 14 hours, which is half of her time, and she's only has 1 hour of task hours, this gets to the point where, like, worst case scenario, we could tell you to, only do tasks. Like, you wouldn't be able to come to meetings and do any more training. You would need to do the tasks. But obviously, when people first get started, like Julie, you get more training at the beginning. So that's perfectly fine. As far as tracking hours during meetings is what I want to go over real quick. So I think I have a really good policy for this. Basically, we want to encourage people to take on session roles. And when you're taking on session roles, there would be specific work here that you would do. So for facilitation, this would typically be like, agenda creation, creation, organizing the topics, and there might be certain introductions to the actual meeting. There's also like stack and things like that. So there is some facilitation roles that could be rolled, but generally speaking, the overall for session positions. Yeah, let's take a look over here. Hey, Dre, I cannot see your screen on Hangout. I have having a hard time viewing it on YouTube because it is blurry. Well, I can't help you with the blurriness on the YouTube, but I can help you with the screen out on here. So if I go here, Hangout. Hi, Julie. Okay, so let me try here. Share. Done. Oh, thanks, Nancy. Okay. Okay, so for the session positions, generally speaking, you would only count the actual time that you are working and doing deliverables, right? For the actual meeting. So it wouldn't be a lot of time. Like typically you would only be actually doing like, maybe 0.25 hours or maybe a half an hour of time. So if we looked at, excellent. So for facilitation, maybe overall it's like, 0.25 hours to 0.5 hours per meeting, right? Would be the actual facilitation. Like what I'm doing right now is not facilitation, this is training, right? So training, potentially could be seen as something, but I don't know. Training, we'll have to think about training in the future. But training is, and we are, anyways, maybe training counts, we'll see. So the next one is notes. Notes would be for the actual time. So the actual time you're taking notes. So this was the most deliverables. So this could be a substantial part of the meeting, but it would never be the entire session, right? So this might be like, 0.25 hours to maybe 1 hour of a 1.5 hour session. And if you have multiple note takers, it's really the time that you are taking notes. If you're doing multiple things, right? If you are doing multiple positions, it is only the main position that you did at the time. And of course, you can be doing multiple things at different times. Timekeeper, I mean, this is really easy. It would just basically be 0.25 hours. So if you're doing the timekeeper and you do a really good job and you're actively doing time, then maybe it'd be 0.25 hours on that. Otherwise, it's just like a point. There's no work hours. Video indexing, maybe it takes like, 1 to 2 minutes to do a video index, right? So if you do 5 of them, maybe that would be like, 0.05 hours. And this is just the session value tracking at the end, master document updating, maybe it's 0.25 minutes, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, I'll be right there. So I think that's pretty clear as far as like, we might do like a 2-hour session, but as far as the session positions, it would be, you're only doing a little bit of actual work during the session. I think the one that has the most would be like note taking. You could really do a lot of work with note taking during the session as far as time goes. So when you're doing your work tracking hours, like for example, for me, maybe for this session, I did some note taking, maybe I did like a half an hour. So maybe I'd add like a half an hour to my assigned tasks, right? based on my work reporting. So let's use Abdul for an example. So if we have like today or yesterday, we might come under here and say that during the session, I did the video indexing for maybe 0.25 hours. Okay. So that would be an example. Okay. All right, so let's go to the next topic, which is Jay's hours. And we want to get, if you could do this one, Abdul, and get the document so we could look at it linked here and see what your questions are and what you're working on, and we can move that forward. And I will be right back. I gotta go do the make sure the dinner's all ready. Okay, so we need to do the video indexing here still for the next topic, which is the Jay's hours. Yes. So someone want to do the video indexing? I put in the attendance. Sure. Okay, do we get the video indexing ready? We're getting close here. All right, that looks good. So, Abdul, do you want to let me know where you're at with this, and let me pull up my work reporting here. This would be my current work report. Put it up here. Current work report. Over here. Then we're trying to. Nice. Thank you, Julie. I mean, Lucy. So indexing is only possible at the end of the meeting. Anyways, all right. So let's go on to oh, so pretty good. All right, so we have April 27th twice, so we can delete this. April 26th, April 25th, April 24th, April 22nd, April 21st, April 20th, 19th, 18th, 17th, 16th, 15th, 14th, 13th, 12th. So we have some question marks here. Let's go ahead and make sure that April 13th in general looks like an issue. So we'll highlight that. So April 11th, 10th, 9th. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to organize this a little bit. So let's pull up the calendar. So the first week is April 9th through 15th. So April 9th, Sunday. This is obviously not applicable. And this is April 12th. So what about, so if this is April 11th, Tuesday, April 11th, Wednesday, April 12th. I'm assuming maybe this is Wednesday, April 12th. So this can all be fixed up. So basically when you're copying and pasting from the work report, you would just do all of these gadgets like this. Remove all the links. Anywhere where there's a time missing, right? So this, and this would be yellow. Because it's like what's going on here. This would also be yellow. And then we delete all the times. We don't need all these times here either, but it's not a big deal. If you want to speed it up, you can leave them in there. So I'm assuming this is Wednesday the 12th. We have Thursday the 13th, Friday, and then Saturday. So this would be the week here. So my assumption would be this would be the week, right? And this would be right here, April 9th through 15th. Week of April 9 to 15. Right? So let's see where we're at here. Please check this link after April thing. Other link isn't here. So once you get the weeks going, we would add it up. So this would be 7.5 plus 7.5 plus question mark. This day is missing plus this needs to be added up. So it'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe 10. So this needs to be double checked. Plus 9 plus 11 plus 8 is 52 hours. So this week I worked 52 hours, but this is still gonna be yellow because we just don't, like, this needs to be added in, this needs to be added up correctly. So we have some yellow in here still. All right, so then you have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So this would be the next week that we would want to add up. So this would be week of April 16th to 22nd to 22nd total. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then this is where Abdul is left off because my tracking got bad. So this would be Thursday, April 23rd through 29th. So April 23 through 29 total. So a couple things here. One is there's Jay's overall work reporting. So this, what is this doc here? Right, so then you go into Jay's main doc. And this would have all of the individual days listed here. And here we have up through Thursday, April 27th. So the rest of the notes are here. So it's this one is everything else. So let's go ahead and put this here. So you click on this. And this is the document that you've been looking for. And so we are on April 27th. So we come down here to April 27. And this is getting closer to the Jay's master notes. So April 27th. So this would be Jay's master notes for Thursday, April 27th. And I would come in, and there's a link already. So then the next one would be Friday, April 28th, 2017. I come here and I go here and I copy from here and paste. Then we'd have Saturday, April 29th, 2017. And I would copy that, paste that here. Copy and paste. Sunday, April 30th, 2017. And that would be this one here. Paste. And then when it's a new week, I put a couple of lines there, and then I would start in the next week. Wait, no, Sunday would be the next week. So we do Saturday to Sunday. Oops. And then we do Monday, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. So does that answer your question, Abdul? Does that answer your question? Awesome. Awesome. Okay. So I've been working so much, like 50, 60-hour weeks, that I'm just so overwhelmed and busy that it's helpful to get help with my work reporting. Thank you, Abdul. So this is excellent. But hopefully, one day I'll be better at doing it, but who knows, maybe I'll just always need help. I think when I have more of a regular schedule of like 30 hours a week, I will be able to do my own work reporting. So and work reporting is definitely an assigned task. So for here, let's use this one as an example. The week of April 9th through 15th, the whole goal of this is then we'll be able to go back to our spreadsheet of work hours and pay. And I've been so behind that I haven't updated it properly. So we go to April 9th through May 13th. We go to week 1, April 9th through 15th. Let's make sure I'm doing this right. April 9th through 15th, 52 hours. Then I would come into the work cracking and I would write 52 hours. So these are actually wrong still, so this is correct. So bring this here, this would be C3, F3. So this would be, oh no, what'd I do? This would be, oh no, not working at all. All right, let me try this again. Copy and paste. All right, screw it. Okay, so anyways, obviously this isn't perfect, but boom, we got 1 week in. I would leave this as yellow, and I got, you know, basically it's implying that I should have been paid about 500. Oh, I know I got paid about right. But this is for 2 weeks. I got paid $500 there. I didn't get paid here. Previous week. Okay, so anyways, this one needs to be done. Can make this red. This one needs to be done. This one needs to be done. And this one needs to be done. Okay, so this one is good, but we're gonna leave it yellow because there's still some questions about the details there, about whether it really was 52 hours. All right, so let's move on from this. But that's the goal, is basically just making sure I have my hours tracked. Too many hours. Okay, awesome. And Abdul's working on that, but everybody should know how to do that in case you need more help. So let's go on to the next topic. More on the budget budget approvals. So this would be buddy budget. Let's put that there. Budgeting buddy budget approvals. All right, good work. So if we go here to yesterday, we talked about the budget a lot. And the key thing I want to make sure clear here is that we only have $560 budgeted for the Sonic team, right? So the goal is obviously to get more money. So this is the budgeting, it's like that. 3. So the Sonic team has $560. Okay, and let's go ahead and like task here. Let's make a new budget spreadsheet. So let's bold. So if someone could make a new budget spreadsheet. This would be a full team budget spreadsheet. So if you have $560, the goal obviously is to do more. So, we would love to get more than $560. Would love to get more, and we need to focus on investor relations and getting more funds, right? But that doesn't change the fact that currently we have $560. So it's possible. So the possible money, right, is that we might be able to get some from the Atlantic team or the Andromeda team. But I don't know. There's no guarantee that they are going to have any money to give us. No guarantee. So therefore, this is what we have to work with at the moment. And even this could go away. I mean, you just never know what might happen. So from here, what we know is that if we look at, for example, the recruitment. Excellent, thank you. So if we look at the recruitment form, right, what we ask every single person is, what is the lowest monthly rate that you're willing to accept so that we can fit you into the budget, right? That's like the main question. And then your ideal rate. So as we mentioned earlier, your ideal rate goes into your equity, so we pay everyone the equity ideal rate for equity and tokens. And then we also do back pay. But the lowest rate that you're willing to do is what goes into the budget. Thank you. All right, so this is going to be the full team budget spreadsheet, and this is going to be for June, July. Right, and then we're going to have a tab here for the Sonic team. And maybe another task here could be copy and paste this link, budget link, into the Sonic team, global team, and Andromeda team, and the full team docs. So to make sure it's linked to all those docs, and we can make this yellow highlighted. And then I also want to make sure we're putting the name here, so who did this, so we can make sure we give credit in the tasks. So if we look at yesterday, we have a budget of $2,293. So here we have Ulysses, Abdul, Julie, Lucy, and this is 254. This is 891. This is 507, and this is 641. If we add this all up, it equals $2,293. Then if we take our total, which is $560, right? So we have, we have $560. And this would be, oops, $560. Then the difference is equal to 560 minus that is negative $1,733. So we need to raise $1,733 in order to break even and be able to pay the budget. So bottom line is, we either need to find more money right? So, okay, so options. Option number one, find more money, right? So there's ways of doing that. One, we could do better finances, try to figure out exactly how much money we have. Find out exactly how much money we have. Option number two here would be like ask Andromeda team for more money tomorrow. So that will happen. And then we can ask the Atlantic team for more money. And this would be Saturday. Right? So finances, this would be the overall network finances. You know, and then the other option, of course, is to get new clients. You know, we need to get more work to do, which is I'm working on it. You know, and then there's also get investors. So this would be investor relations. Investor relations. Okay. So that's the only way we know that we'll be able to pay people in this current situation. The other option, of course, is that we have to cut the budget, right? All right, does that make sense? No. So the other option is, you know, lower people's pay to fit within the budget, or 3, to cut people out of the budget. So we know the order of how we would cut people would be like this. This isn't the exact order, but this is the order of decision making, right? As far as like who comes first in terms of decision making. So Ulysses could choose to cut himself instead of Julie. Julie could choose to cut herself instead of Lucy. Lucy could choose to cut herself instead of Abdul. Okay. So hopefully everyone understands currently what I'm saying, but the bottom line here is that the question is, what is the lowest amount that you're willing to work for, right? And just going back to here in the recruitment, what we ask everybody is the lowest monthly pay rate that they would be willing to do so that we can fit it in the budget. And that is the bottom line. So I just want to confirm with everybody that these numbers are all correct here. So we want to confirm these are all correct. Like, so Ulysses needs to approve Abdul's budget. Abdul, I think, already approved Ulysses. Julie needs to approve Lucy's budget, and Lucy would also be approving Julie's budget, right? So the buddy teams themselves are what go into the budget. So if we were going to cut a budget, we most likely would cut, you know, the whole buddy team as opposed to just the individual. So it's about forming the correct buddy team. So let's say Ulysses wouldn't approve Abdul's budget because he'd be worried about getting cut, right? If Ulysses and Julie formed a buddy team, for example, that would be, let's see here, we could do some calculations. So this would be buddy team, Ulysses and Julie would be equal to this plus that is 761. If we have a total of 560, that would equal this minus that. So that's only negative $200, right? So that's a little bit more doable than the other options. It's cool. So anyways, as long as we're all understanding the current situation, well, we're good. So is anyone, is everybody, you know, like these are all the set amounts, like, because like I'm just trying to make sure you understand that if we can't fit these in the budget, the only other option is to wait a month, you know. So, you know, if we can't fit into the budget, then you would wait 1 month in until the next budget, and then also you can reduce your proposal request. Does everyone understand what I'm saying? We just want to confirm We want to confirm that this is correct, that this is exactly what everyone wants. Just want to confirm this is what we want. What you want as your lowest monthly pay rate. So Julie asks, so we can no longer change our ideal pay in hours for June, July, Jay. Your ideal pay, well, I mean, I'm trying to work with you guys. Your ideal pay, so for, let's see, Julie, yes, your ideal pay is $500 per month. So your ideal pay is the same as your what you're proposing at this point in time. So I mean, if what you want to do is just increase your ideal pay, so you get more local tokens and equity, I mean, that's definitely something that you could do, but it's certainly not going to help our current budget situation, because our current budget situation is very difficult. So as long as you guys all understand, does everyone understand the situation? Let's make sure everyone's saying, does everyone understand the situation? That our budget is very constrained and we are all asking for almost $1,700 more than the current budget that we have. Okay, Jay, one monthly rate ideal pay is $700. Is that right? So there's no possibility that our proposal pay will be approved, Jay, right? Well, I can't guarantee anything. Maybe we can get more funds from Andromeda or a new client or from Atlantic team. You know, so it just depends, you know. It depends, but $1,700 is a lot of money. Cool. So, so Abdul, you would want to go to your 700. All right, so let's go through rankings briefly. A better place to do it. So go to previous. So here we have Missy, Julie, Lucy, and Abdul. Can I change our proposal? Yeah, that is why we are going through this one more time here. And that's part of why we ask people to do, like, you know, minimal amounts. And like, it would be great to add, you know, Benji, it would be great to add other people. I will make it 400 for the guys, lower than the 500. Okay. So yeah, so that certainly will help. So if Abdul went to, okay, let me pull up the right document. So come in here, I'm gonna pull up, not here. Of course it's not here. I can find it, here it goes. This is the prioritization ranking. Very important document, so we want that in the list. Important document, prioritization ranking. You can also bring that into our notes, prioritization ranking. Where'd it go? Let's just open this one again. All right, prioritization ranking. So we have April, May, June. So we go into here. Let's pull up Ulysses. All right, so the first month Ulysses was at 130. Well, let's say 140. So we go 140, and this was April, May. This would be May, June. This would be June, July. So then we have May, June. Ulysses is at 175 is 178. 178. And then we have for June, July, Ulysses is at 254. 254. So then if we do who would be next? Abdul. Abdul started at 399. So this would be Abdul 399. And then for May, June, we have Abdul at 366. Is that correct? Pretty sure you're 350 here. Let's double check. There's an easy way to double check this. All we have to do is go to the pay rates, which should be here somewhere. There we are, pay rate. And go to Abdul is 325. Is that correct, Abdul? All right, let's go to the ultimate place to check, which would be, so now we're gonna triple check, right? So double, triple, quadruple check everything. So we're gonna go to Abdul's personnel profile. So this would be Abdul's main doc. Supersonic. Work reporting doc, subject team doc, template doc. Oh no, online personnel file. This should go at the top. Right there. All right, so currently you're approved for 350. See how important it is to double, triple, and quadruple check everything? Wow. 350 ends up 395. $395. So Julie was pretty much 0. And so this needs to be 350. Okay, perfect. All right, that's good. And then I'll percolate down. Excellent. All right. So that was good to fix all that. And you guys should help double, triple check all this stuff too. Okay, so now Abdul, for this month, we were talking about potentially doing 700. So if we do 700 instead of 790, 789. And you can reduce that by covering the costs and getting equity for the fees if you wanted to bring it down to 700, but it's still a significant increase. All right, so let's do Julie now. So Julie in April, May didn't exist, right? No Julie. June, July, we have Julie at 300. And this is so silly that it does that. 304. And then we just talked about this. Julie said she wants to do, instead of 500, she said she'd be willing to do 400. 406. Okay. And we need to update all these personnel docs. Do I have that here? All right. So Abdul. Goodness, too much. All right. Abdul was going to do 700. So this would be 700, which would increase this to, well, 0. You said you want to change your ideal to 700. But obviously, isn't your ideal 800 since you wanted it there? So this should stay, your ideal should stay at 800 if that's what you want it to be. And then this would be $100 for local equity and tokens. Because obviously you wouldn't have asked for 790 if that wasn't your ideal pay. Okay, so that's Abdul, and this would all be yellow. Highlight fixed. Is that correct, Abdul? Okay, so that looks good. Then we have Julie. So Julie said she wants to go down to 400 and keep that at 500. So this would additionally be $100 of local equity tokens. That's all correct. And she just approved that, so that is good. Okay, so then we go to, yes, Abdul approved it. So let's make sure Julie's is all good. So Julie's and then Lucy. So if we go to April, May, we go to Lucy. Lucy was at 102. 102, and then it went to, for May, June, Lucy is 306, 306. And then for June, July, Lucy is 641. So basically the original budget, right, that we budgeted here was the April, May budget. I mean, this is what we had budgeted, and then we increased it to try to keep you guys on and move on a little bit. So we do this, but it was temporary, just like a 1 month thing, right? So this is like the addition. So when we talk about this new budget being $560 that's been approved, this very closely matches to the 641, or at least closer, right? And I certainly hope we'll be able to bring in more money in the near future. So let's see. So this is this minus that. So it's an increase of 907. This is the increase. So the other thing that's really important to understand is the open model. So if we come back to, let's make sure we get a little bit of a, looks like we need to add people's time in here, huh? All right, so I'll let you guys handle that. So we go back to the budgeting here. So we have all this pretty clear. The next thing that's important to understand is the open budgeting. I think I might have covered it a little bit yesterday. So we have, it's 30% of the budget will be open, right? 70% will be team decision making, and the 30% will be open. And for us, that is not, that's a lot of money, right? So for us, it's 800, 240, 560, okay? So what does open mean? Open budgeting means that it's open to the public to get involved. This creates what's the most important thing is a little balance in budgeting, right? So that the current team can't just like take over the entire budget, and then it also creates the ability to get new people involved, because otherwise we'd never have new people and it would all be the same people, and then we wouldn't be publicly accountable, and we wouldn't be actually an open public organization. We would just be a private internal organization for the current people, and then we wouldn't be accountable, right? So that budget relates to this one. So this is the minimal intake form, right? So if we look at the spreadsheet results here, the reason why people are in yellow is because that represents the Americas, right? So you can see Zilu's up here. He is at 110. Yeah, so this is correct. Julie is here. Julie is, instead of 300, Julie is now 400, right? Did I do that correctly? Yes, correctly. $3, $400. Make sure. 400 divided by 30 divided by 4 is $3.33. So this will go up to $3.33. So, and then Julie's ideal stays at 500. Ideal stays at 4 here. This is good. This is good. We can double check that as well. 500 divided by 30 divided by 4 is 416. So technically this would be 416. And it says 4. So this would be 416. So that's not all updated. So we can see here, Julie. Wait, let's make sure we freeze the first row. No, freeze the first column. 2 columns. No. 3 columns. We want the freaking name so we can see the name. There we go. So timestamp, whether or not they're publicly accountable. Okay. So we come down here, we see Julie. Julie has gone to the 4th or 5th spot, right? So if we do a little ACC here, right, her ranking went down a little bit. Okay. So this is going to be like the public open ranking, right? We're currently the Zilu's at the top. And then we have the internal team ranking, which is this one here. So this is the internal team ranking for people who've been approved. And this would be the external open public ranking. So the difference again is this would be the open budget for the public ranking, right? And then this would be the team budget, okay? Which would be for this ranking. So we're definitely prioritizing people who are already hired because we have experience and training. But we definitely want to have some of the budget available to the open team. So I think this is pretty clear. Are there any questions on how this all works? But we want to make sure we add everybody to this. So we need to add in. Ooh, I wonder where Ernesto is. So that, let's see where he's at. 0. What's that all about? Can't be 0. He is America, so he gets to be yellow. 5 million. Is that possible? Is that possible? Lowest monthly pay rate, lowest hourly pay rate, lowest time. 500. Ideal time. It's going to be 5 million. Wow. All right. Well, that's where he is at. He's at 5 million. 833. So anyways, we want to add everybody here. This is a task that needs to be completed. Task is to add all existing team members into the public open and then I think we should also like note here, like Zilu is in, like this is green, Julie's in, this is green, right? So you can see how Julie is, regardless of whether she was in the team budget or not, she is pretty close to protected, right? So her $400, right, could potentially be part of or it's close to being part of this budget. So we'll see what we can do with that, but there's still a lot of people, 1, 2, 3 people in front of Julie at this point in time. All right, so I think that this is looking good. So we just need to add, for example, Abdul, we need to add, I think Lucy's in here already. Is Lucy in here? Let's see, find Lucy. Nope, we need to add Lucy. Lucy, we need to add all the Andromeda team. Probably have to add Ulysses. Andromeda team would be, you know what, we should just have people fill out the form. That would be the easiest way. Yes, let's do that. So the easiest way to add everybody is just to have you fill out the form. So we have the form right here in the recruitment. So this is it right here. So everyone, let's do it on the drama team. Oceana team. Everyone needs to fill out this form except for Zulu and Julie, who already. All right, just use your current, your current proposed rate. All right, and then we also want to send this to the Andromeda team. Everyone, let's do that. July. All right, so that was a task that I just completed. So are there any questions about this? Okay, Jay got it. So let's just check with Julie. Is Lucy even here? So this is updated to 4.6. This has been updated to 789. Double check that though. Always double, triple checking everything. So June, July, Abdul 789. Okay, let's see how that helps you with your rank. So look, see, that's going to bring you up quite a bit. That'll actually bring up Above, Ana Clara, and Jorge. Look, you're tied with Nelly. That's interesting. I think I did last time. I think you did the what last time? I think I did last time. Oh, you filled out the form? All right, let's double check. I might have deleted you. Lucy, I deleted you. Okay, so I can copy and paste this back in. Boom. Okay, I got you back in there, Lucy. Perfect. Oh no, what happened? Oh, well, it's fine. Yeah, I did have it. All right, so we want to update Lucy's. So Lucy, you are yes filling the form, Jay. Oh wait. I found you. You don't need to fill it out. Okay, so I'm just gonna update Lucy real quick. So Lucy, you want to confirm that you want to do the 630, and that would increase your current 100 to 630. And this is 30 hours a week. I believe it's full time, right? Double check. Yep. And your ideal monthly pay rate is 1,000. 1,000 and 30 hours. If we don't do so here's Lucy. I wish I could shrink it. It's so big. So big. Why would it do it so big? Responder updated slide. Fine. There's nothing I can do to shrink it. Oh well, whatever. Yours gonna be really big. Okay, so you are 17th there. All right. And we're here. And so Lucy, I just want to confirm that this rate, the 641 is the final, like this is final. Lucy, just to confirm, you want to keep the 631. 631? 641. As your final. All right, so then we'll be done with this, and this will all be ready to go. Let's make sure we have the updated budget here. So Ulysses Abdul is now 789. Julie is now 406, I believe. 6. And that brings us down to $2,000. So it's only $1,500. That's it. All right, so let's just get Lucy confirmed here, and then we will be good to go. And I wonder where I'm on this list. Yes, for June, July. Okay, cool. I need to add myself to this list. Oh my goodness. Oh, look, we got Benji. Let's check out Benji. So we got 30 hours per week. Ideal is 500. Ideal rate 30 hours per week, $360. that. So Benji comes up here in 10th place. So it's a good sign. I'm definitely curious on where I come. I'm just going to go ahead and fill out the form real quick just because I'm curious. So bear with me here. Does anyone mind if I fill out the form myself real quick? People can see what the form looks like too. We're watching the video. All right. So how much do you want / need to get paid questionnaire, buddy team fund? I agree to be publicly accountable. My name is Jay. I am in San Francisco, California. Contact information, have it. Pay information. My ideal time is 30 hours a week. My ideal monthly pay rate would be like $7,000 per month. My ideal hourly pay rate would be like $50 per hour. Does that work out? Let's see, $7,000 a month divided by 30 divided by 4. 58. So it's going to say 60 bucks. Lowest time is 30. Lowest monthly pay rate is 0.8 bitcoins, which is going to be about $1,400. $1,450. Lowest hourly pay rate is $15 an hour. That works out. So $1,450 divided by 30 divided by 4. Oh, cool. Helping people and uniting all peoples in social movements. Spanish, English, computer, and all right. So now I got me in there. Let's see where I'm at. 30 hours, 30 hours, and copy. I got me, I'm like in the billions. How embarrassing. And I gotta be yellow at least. Yeah, I mean, one of the biggest problems with this particular questionnaire is it doesn't take into account a lot of the other questions that we deal with within the official rankings. So in the official rankings, well, plus in the official rankings, I have a lot of hours that I do. So it's more like, I mean, my ideal is actually different. So the way that this should read is it should read, where's J? There I am. So my ideal is 30 hours. Realistically, my actual is more like 50, 60 hours. And that definitely lowers it down a little bit. Interesting. All right. So good thing I'm bringing a lot of money, though, or I would get cut so fast. But trust me, I've been paying a lot of other people before I ever would pay myself, so which has been part of my problem. So that's good. I think we are good to go here to the next topic. Any other questions on the budget? Any other questions? You guys ready to move on? So the next topic is Linking audio recording. So I was going to do really quickly how to link audio recording. Some should go pretty fast and isn't super duper important, but I need to do it. I might as well do a video tracking. So if you guys could do a video indexing on this, that'd be great. It should go pretty quick. So basically, it's freeconferencecall.com. We have an unbelievable amount of video audio recordings. And so like when we do notes here, we're doing video recordings, but when we do notes with audio, so this would be Buddy, Team, Mel, and Jay. So we have our agenda. Buddy, Team, Jay, Mel. So recording on audio. So we started at 6 o'clock. And then we went to 9. So there's 2 parts. This is part 1. I would say no. Right now we want to say yes, that they can download the recording and then copy the link. We got part 1 audio. Usually I put it in little parentheses. And link that here. And then we have part 2 audio. And this is the part 2. So sometimes it's just one part because we have everything all in a single recording. In this case, the recording got cut apart. So we ended up with 2 recordings. So that's how you add the recording to a meeting notes. We don't have to do that for us, but for a lot of meetings, we have audio recordings. So linking audio recording. Perfect. All right, video index complete. Thank you, Lucy. All right, so then the next topic is organizing systems. Organizing systems. And this is part of project management and organizing systems. Okay. And 2 hours is actually not fully correct. It started at 9:20. So currently 9:20, 10:20 is 1 hour and 56 minus 20. 56 minus 20 is 1 hour and 36 minutes. So I know that you show here that it's like if you go into the recording here, this one, it shows that it's at 2 hours, but it actually just averages it
So
out.
I know that you show.
And so you just have to go with the actual start. So once you go over like an hour, you have to actually use the start time and then subtract it, right? So this would be 1 hour and 36 minutes, which means this one would probably be 1 hour, 33 minutes. So anything over 1.5 hours is going to show 2 hours, and anything between 1 hour and 1 hour 30 minutes is going to show that. Yeah. And this one's 136. This one here. This one. Okay, here we go. So the first question is whether or not James added all this information to the doc here. So this would be organ, nope. All right, so that's a task to begin with is, so task, ask James what he did with the organizing systems. He. Luckily, we have a backup. Let me see what here. Hi, Jay, completed the fill-up problem. Great. Let's see where Abdul is. Abdul, 30 hours a week, 20 hours a week. I thought you were doing 30 hours a week for 500. $5. Okay, so if you did this, you would be around this level. That's where you end up right here. But this is not where you currently are. Currently, you are at 730 hours. So if you wanted to change to 20 hours and 500, you can do that still, but you know, question, Abdul, 20 hours, 500. But this is basically your last chance to do that. So you go to Abdul, so here it is, 3,700 and 700 divided by 30 divided by 4 is 583. The lowest you could do. And that doesn't change it by much. So is it about the same? So please confirm that you want to do these 700 for 30 hours instead of these 500 for 20 hours. Okay, so that's good, Abdul. All right, so now we go to project management systems. So let's pull it up here with Andromeeda. So we go to systems, and this is going to be project management systems for Andromeeda team. Okay. Okay, so another task is to create a project management systems doc for the Sonic team. Okay, so this is another task we want to do. Okay, so individuals, buddy teams, okay, here we go. So the main, I want to do 30 hours, 700, okay, good. Okay, your proposal is set. Okay, so going back into the project management systems, let's go ahead and re-index this, if you can, Lucy. Okay, so I'm going to start pretty simply, and then we'll get into the more complicated stuff. So this symbol right here is equal to a task. Okay. From there, we have projects. Our new project symbol is this one here. So this symbol here is equal to a project, right? This symbol here is equal to a responsibility. task responsibility project, right? You can also use the, all rights reserved symbol for responsibility as well if you want to. So this is also equal to responsibility. If you can't find this one, you can do that one. And this would be equal to project. So we have that course team organization. So org is equal to organization. A buddy team, double team, full. So buddy, double, full teams is either any of these. So let's just do this one. I like this one the best. Now. We'll just do all of them, why not? Okay. And then individuals, IND is equal to individuals. All right. Organizations, and then core teams is going to be like this. Is equal to core / topic. All right. So I know this is a lot. So this is basically the key. This is the key that James was supposed to do, but he didn't, I guess. Right. So we're going to use these keys to help us organize all of our different tasks and responsibilities and projects and organizations. And there's also entities, right? So we also do like entities equal to entity. Do all lowercase. So you can do lowercase or uppercase. But I want you to know more than just the symbols. I want you to understand the relationships, like individuals at the top. Individuals own everything along with buddy teams, double teams, triple teams, full teams. This is what the Sonic team is. So the Sonic team is very, very, very important in the structure. The Sonic team owns organizations, right? So this is the ownership level, and that's where we are. The organizations are owned by the teams, by the buddy teams and double teams, triple teams. And then through the organizations, we create core and topic teams. We haven't even started creating core and topic teams. Eventually, we'll get there. But core and topic teams are basically focused on running either organizations or management structures or specific topics like, for example, communications, finances, things like that. So all of this, you don't really need to worry about this. So don't worry about all that. The only things you really need to worry about are that we have projects. So organizations have in topic, departments, like there's basically departments under here. There would be department teams, topic teams. I think there's something better than department. Branches. Anyways, the important things is projects. So organizations have projects, responsibilities, and tasks. For projects, like you have responsibilities, you have tasks, and then projects would be oversight, so be considered oversight. There's thousands of tasks to accomplish. The goal is to get all of them done as soon as possible. Responsibilities, there's probably like 30 to 50 responsibilities per organization. We have about 10 organizations, so it's about 300 to 500 responsibilities that we need to oversee. There's only about 10 to 20 projects, and times 10, so it's about 100 to 200 projects. And this is the oversight, and this would be where we do management and administration, okay? So these are the important ones right here. that I want everybody to follow. I'm going to highlight that in green, like that. Okay. Any questions on task responsibilities and projects and how they relate to individuals, buddy core teams, and organizations? Does all make sense? So the only other component to this is that there are umbrella. We also use parentheses, right? So we use these type of parentheses to put in the different things to organize them, right? And then we umbrella them. So umbrellas are things that are high up. So like an umbrella, and you can have umbrella tasks, umbrella responsibilities, or umbrella projects. Then you have principal tasks, principal responsibilities, and principal projects. That would be like the centers, like the main center ones. And then you have subtasks, sub-responsibilities, and sub-projects. So the way you'd write a sub-responsibility would be basically, a bunch of low things, right? And then you'd add responsibility, and this would equal to a sub-responsibility, right? So an umbrella responsibility would be like this. This would be an umbrella responsibility. Okay. Does that make sense? And you could also do it like this as well. It doesn't really matter. So that's our project management and organizing systems. Is there any questions on that? Any questions on the organizing systems? None so far. Okay, cool. No questions. All right. Great. And thank you guys so much for being like attentive, and that was great. Okay. So this is really, really important because this is the foundation of everything else we're doing forward. So we've basically gone through all the setup, all the basics, all of our budgeting, all of our systems, like how to get organized as a group. And we're finally ready to go into client work. And we're going to start with finances, okay? Because finances is like super duper duper important, and we're just dropping the ball on it. And I want all three of you guys to like jump in head first into finances and get just start working on it as much as we can. Okay. So let's start getting into finances, and then we're going to stop here for the day. You can check out. And you guys will see very soon why it is important. And this is going to be exit finances. And you'll see why it's so important to have all of this organizational systems, because we're going to be going through a lot of different things. And it's going to happen really fast. And this is going to be exit finances, exit value tracking. So let's get this. Oh wait, this needs to be here. So do you want to go ahead and get the next video index started for the exit finances? And then we're going to do this training, and then we are going to go from there. So I need to pull up our client info. I think the easiest way to do that is going to our meeting from today. Okay. That was 2 days ago. So I'm going to start with the front end plan. If you guys haven't seen this yet, you should check it out, because this is our client. Let's make sure we got the video indexing going here. Exit finances. Good, good, good. And then it's right about 2 hours. 2 hours and no, it's actually 1 hour. Wait, so 9. Started at 9:20, 10:20, 11:20. So it's 1 hour and 53 minutes. 1 hour, 53 minutes. You just see that by you start at 9:20, and then we go to 11:14. Okay, so where are we here? Finances, the EXA front plan. That here. So this is our plan for our client. This is our week-to-week overview. This is we're currently in right now. Our mini timeline. Okay, so we have value tracking, check. Secretary documentations, check. Meeting support, check. Project management systems, check. HR personnel network. This is where we're currently doing some more, and then we have accounting. All right, so there's a couple of things going on here. First of all, the overall organization is EXA, the EXA month, right? And this is the entity. Okay. From there, there's actually a lot of projects, but the umbrella project is accounting and finance. Okay. So let's just quickly go over some vocabulary. The most important thing to understand is that accounting which is the umbrella, right? So it's primarily accounting, and then I would say the finance is sort of like, I would even call it umbrella accounting. So accounting is present, right? So accounting is present. It's how much money do we currently have? There's a lot of things that go into accounting, including understanding the money that's been spent and where the money's going, all that stuff to understand how much money you presently have. So accounting is the most important thing because it's all about present. Finance is all about the past. Where did the money go? Okay? So that's what finance is. Finding out where the money went, how it all got spent, and how that affects the future. Budgeting is the future. How are we going to spend? Or what are we going to spend our money on? Okay, so we use the past of the finances to find out what we spent our money on to help us find out how much money we have, and then the budgeting of the future of where the money's going to understand the present context of our current situation. So accounting is the most important, and that's why we call the whole thing umbrella accounting, okay? But in addition to umbrella accounting, there's also the responsibility, and we will just go ahead and make this like a principal responsibility of accounting. Okay. In addition to that, there's the responsibility. This is an umbrella responsibility. This is actually going to be an umbrella responsibility as well. So there was umbrella responsibility, accounting, finance, and budget. Are there any questions so far? All right. So in addition to this, there's additional umbrella responsibility of payroll and treasurer finance. Treasurer, let's say treasurer. And payroll technically I would say is a sub responsibility of being a treasurer. So technically this should be called accounting / finance. Because accounting is the technical term that we're using. Exa accounting / finances. All right. We make this blue. We make this pink. And this is where the hard part comes in, is the reason why this is umbrella accounting is because we have the responsibility of Exa Inc. accounting. This is pretty small responsibility. It's pretty small. Pretty simple. Well, maybe not. We've got the responsibility of the Econaut partnership accounting. And the responsibility of the Exa House network accounting. So payroll is for the Econaut partnership. But I'm also, we have a responsibility for the treasurer, me, and then we have the Econaut partnership treasurer as well. Right, so this is finance. You guys could help me with this if you want to help. Isn't someone supposed to be helping me with the notes? Budget. There's also really the Mo as well. So there's the Examo budget, Examo budget as well, Examo finance, Examo accounting. So you guys getting how many different levels? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 separate like responsibilities. So you guys getting to see the breadth of the finances and accounting that we need to do? And this is not even the beginning. This is still like, there's still a lot more. So the next one is, there's also this interrelationship with the entity finances, which is a mess. You don't even want to know about this. Exa House accounting network, accounting, budgeting. I think that's everything. I think that's all of it. Okay. So we can go through each one of these. What are all the tasks involved and the processes involved, and who wants to sign up for different ones? So, you know, who wants to sign up for different aspects of these responsibilities? Okay. Do you guys have any questions so far about what all this means and what they are, et cetera, et cetera? I might have missed something, you know. Did we miss anything? Let's check the plan here. So accounting review status accounts not getting information from previous treasurer. Begin process of logging accounts or access to them where we are taking credit responsibility directly. This is all done. This is completed. Format, strike through. Create final draft of assets update, report to executives. This is pretty good. This is good enough. Create plan to have transparent assets on a bi-weekly basis. Ongoing updates, transparent assets list. Budget, start drafting budget, done. Monthly budgeting meeting, done. Finalize May budget if applicable, done. Propose major budgets, done. Okay. But this is all for the Econaut partnership. Okay. So what we still need to do is we need to draft budget for Exa. Okay. Finalize Exa Inc. budget. Finance and taxes. Get access to all the rest of accounts and wallets and download CVS reports from Vienna. This is not done yet. You know, I would say this is borderline red. We'll make it orange to just show that it's a problem. Get all the CV reports to Google spreadsheets. Okay, so this needs to happen. We're behind on this. Oops. And this is things that we can all be working on and helping each other with, okay? Begin process of reconciliation, especially of Vienna's accounts. Okay, so this is where we want to really jump up. So we're going to push this back a week. All right, so this is where we really want help. Okay, so this is all finances. This also relates to the taxes. This, oh my God, the taxes. We forgot that. So finances, a sub-responsibility. We'll make this a core responsibility as well. It's going to be Exa Inc. taxes. So I think that's the only taxes to deal with right now. So this one here is going to go under this. So this is access to the rest of the VZ account wallets and download exports, right? This also is obviously part of the Mo. All right, so help contact Vienna and get access to all this stuff. So this is basically, you know, Julie was helping out with this somewhat, but we're kind of waiting. Like, she's been stepping up, so let's like, you know, not get too pushy on it and just stay it. But we need to basically, you know, make sure that we are checking it. Like, I would say that we wait on this for now, you know, so wait for now, Julie, wait for now until after we get our spreadsheet, verification spreadsheet set up. Okay. So this would also be for the Mo. And let's get rid of this. So this next one is really important. So we want to get all of these. You know, this is really a sub responsibility, right? So I would say this is a responsibility and a sub responsibility. It's a lot. And the same thing would be this. This is a sub responsibility as well. We need to get all the CDF exports, Google spreadsheets. So this is basically, this is like finance liaisoning, right? Maybe this is the task. This is, you know, finance, CV, CSV, CVS, CSV, databasing, I guess. I don't know. But Julie has been trying to do this, some of this, like, you know, get all the exports. So the next task here is you want to create a new spreadsheet. for the finance CVS database thing. This will also include, it's not finance CVS and the other one. Statements. Okay. So someone can do this. This is a very important one. This needs to happen immediately. So let's make that one red because it needs to happen right now. Reconciliation, that's really a whole nother thing in of itself. And it would be a sub-responsibility. So XMO finances is going to be an umbrella responsibility. It just is. And really, if you think about it, all these are really these are really sub-projects. I mean, this is a huge, okay, so we're going to change this all around. This is going to be a sub-project. These are all going to be sub-projects. So then XMO is an umbrella responsibility. And then these are sub-responsibilities. This is umbrella responsibility. These are all sub-responsibilities. XMO finance. Let's leave this here. Budget XMO budgeting. All right, so this is going to be a project. 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 Payroll, I would technically say that payroll is actually technically a sub-project because it's that there's that much that goes into payroll. And the other thing that's interesting about payroll is it intersects with personnel/HR. All right. So I think that makes it a little, I mean, you can see how much goes into finance that it's just silly that finance itself wouldn't be its own project, right? So finance is a project. You have the umbrella responsibility of the XMO finance, which is one section. Then you have all these other responsibilities for this, the principal responsibilities, okay? And then there's gonna be sub-responsibilities on a lot of these things. Okay, so this is looking pretty good. Are you guys following me here? I know this is a lot and this is just accounting. So let's see where we can go next here. So we got all this going on. So we're not even to the treasurer stuff yet, but this is good. Did anyone create this spreadsheet yet? Can someone create this spreadsheet? Please create a spreadsheet. But what is CVS? That's the name of a data file format. All right, so if we go over here to finances.cvs, right? We have all these CSV docs. So these CSV docs is the data file format. CSV, yeah, that's correct. CSV. So we have all these CSV docs that we need to turn into Google Docs, and we're gonna have lots of CSV docs. It's gonna be like dozens and dozens of them. So we need to create a verification. So it's a new verification spreadsheet, verification finance spreadsheet. Okay, so this is where we're gonna start. There's all of this, the budgeting. I could use help if someone wants to sign up to help out with the Exit Inc. budget. It would be good because I think that's we got to do that. Exit Inc. finance. We need to, basically download history of Exit Inc. account. So I can do this. Although I can give someone else access to this, Jay can give access, account access. So I'll probably just worry about that later. Okay, so then the other task here is download history of Exit Inc. account, and then we also want to basically, document what the money is being spent on for addition to activities. Okay, I'll do that. Okay, is it like is this like a spreadsheet? Yes, normal spreadsheet. Okay. Awesome. All right. Okay, so let's get this here. Okay, so we're gonna need, please check it. Yeah, I mean, it's a speaking spreadsheet. It's good. All right, so this is the spreadsheet on verification. All right, link that. And okay, so the next thing we need to do is we need a couple more docs here. So we need a umbrella accounting doc. And then we're going to need, docs for each of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other projects, sub-projects, multiple projects, projects. So these are all tasks that need to be done. In addition to that, we're going to need the main finance. So we already have a finance doc. So I think this one, I guess we need 4. There's going to be 4 other. Yes, we need to create a lot of docs. So this one, I think we already have a finance, a doc, so let's check this out here. So we go to the global team. Let's go to the top here, and we go to the global team. You go all the way to the very, very bottom. We have something called finance project doc. So we come back down here and pop this right here. So that's the project finance doc. So note already have project. So we need an umbrella accounting finance doc, an accounting, a finance doc. We already have the finance doc here. And then we're going to need a budget one and a treasurer one. And I think do we already have a payroll one? I don't think we actually need a payroll one. Maybe we'll just do 3. Let's just do 3. 3 or 4, I don't care. All right, anyway, so all those should be linked to the umbrella accounting finance doc. Right, so path link all accounting and finance docs to the umbrella accounting. Okay. So next, project finance doc. You go in the project finance doc, what you're going to find is a bunch of Google spreadsheets, and we're going to have more and more spreadsheets. We have our own budget asset finance spreadsheets. And then there's this link to the online finance folder, right? And this is really important. So what I'm asking you guys to do for this, okay, and let's try to do this step by step because this is a very important process. So, wow, we're gonna need processes and systems as well, don't we? Any processes and systems? Question. Processes. All right, so let's see here. So this would be finance. So this is documenting finance CVS and statements into the process. So this should be video indexed into the spreadsheet right here that we just made. We're adding 3 on this. Okay, and we're going to want to go ahead and turn this into a index because it is that important. Okay. Okay, so and this actually is sub heading would go like that. And then this is probably the end of what I'm be able to handle right now, but I'm trying my best here. I was really, really tired. Step 1 is to go to the folder with all of the finance CSVs and statements. And this is a FQ obligation. Okay, continue. All right, what did Lucy do? Umbrella accounting doc, awesome. Awesome. So this is going to be the umbrella accounting doc. Umbrella accounting doc. All right, so then remember we need to link all the documents into all the different things right there, and then we also link the umbrella accounting doc to the Sonic doc and the Andromeda doc. Andromeda team doc. Okay. But make sure you link all these other docs, like the finance project doc. We need to link that to the umbrella accounting doc. Right? This is like super duper important. It's just basically everything needs to be linked to this doc. This is like the most important doc for all this umbrella accounting stuff. Okay, so we go back to the finance side. This folder right here has all of the. This is not what I'm looking for. Not what I'm looking for. This is what I'm looking for. Okay, so step one, go to this folder. So here's the folder, right? So when you go to this folder, you're going to see this VZ mock, right? So that's one folder, and that's just one of many more, right? So install and relaunch. So if you click on here, you're going to see Coinbase and itBit. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 CSVs. Okay? You go to itBit, we have an additional 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 CSVs. Okay? So basically what you would go is you'd come here, you would copy this, and then you would go to the spreadsheet we just made. So step 2 is click through the index and find the CSS.CSVs. Right? And then step 3 is copy and paste the name of the document into the spreadsheet. Into the spreadsheet, finance verification CSV statement database. Okay, so database. So I'm going to go to the spreadsheet. So I click the spreadsheet. Right here I say name of CSV or statement doc. And I paste it here. So there's the name of the doc, right? You also can have the link. You know, you could technically link it here as well if you wanted to, but we know where it is. So you could say, here's the link for it, right? Or you could try to just directly link it, you know, but you could say like location here, right? Location slash link. So then the question is, you know, would be institution, account. This would be organization, account. Actually, do this first. Organization, institution, account. And then it has it then, you know, is it in Google Docs? Has it yeah. Let's just start with this one for now. Okay. So this is the institution is Coinbase, right? We don't know the organization. This would be red. So we have no idea what this is at all. Account, we don't know what the account is, but we know it's Coinbase because it says Coinbase right here. Is it in Google Docs? We don't know. It might be. And the way to check if it's in Google Docs is we would come to here, Project Finance. We have Coinbase Transaction 1 report. Here's the raw file. And we'd have to compare all these numbers and stuff, but you know, I think this might be it. 585E442. So let's see. 585. 1904. 1904, yeah. So I would say this one is a yes. It is in Google Docs. Okay. Link the rest of we need to link the rest of the spreadsheets. So to link the spreadsheets, we have the training on that. So I'm not going to go through that again, but we can find it pretty easily. Go to the Sonic team. Where's the Sonic team? Oh, screw it. Let's go to the, oh, here we have it right here. Here we go. So if I go and open the Async Master Training List, and I go to Finances, download and creating the spreadsheet copy for this right here. All right. So this is the first step, is just getting the list of all the CVS and statement docs that we have. It's going to be a really long list. Unless we want to make sure we know the organization, institution, the account that it's associated with. Is it in Google Docs? And then there'll also be a process of verifying whether or not it's been checked, you know, so added or not, right? So obviously no, this has not been added. Right. Added to ledger. Maybe synced with ledger might be better. Added / sync. Okay, are there any questions about this? So this is green. This is red. Hey, Zilu. All right, so the next thing here is people need to read up on all this, the downloading and creating spreadsheet docs and all this stuff. This is super duper important. All of this we can just copy and all the account vocabulary, all this stuff. I'll get rid of that. I'll put it in the umbrella account doc. Spreadsheet. And then remember me to make all these other docs. So there's the finance product docs, we need the accounting doc, right? So we need all of these other docs. They should all be linked here as well. And this shouldn't go anywhere. All right. Wow. Okay, so let's get some people to sign up for these super duper important tasks and responsibilities. Like, who is willing to help out with the finance CVS statements and documents? Like, Julie, you were doing this before. Is anyone else want to help out with this? Julie, and so this will be Buddy, Team, Julie, Lucy, and Abdul. Okay. So this is going to be a responsibility. We had our responsibilities up here. We would put it up here. All right, well, I got to get going to bed. I got to get going to bed. So let's check out here. And you can get in. So any questions on the finance? All right, so good luck on these finances. This is like the most important thing that we could be doing right now. It's the finances are so huge. Like, you know, if you try to grasp the whole thing, it'll just blow your mind. It's just way too much. But if all we focus on is just one verification thing at a time, you know, it's just like get the CVS things listed on here. We want to list all of them, make sure they're linked. You know, find out what organization, institution they are, and then we'll get it in Google Docs, and then we'll start figuring out how it's added and just go by line, by line, by line, one at a time. Eventually, all the finances will get done. It's really not that hard as long as you only focus on one thing at a time. So just keep pushing it. The three of you guys should be able to figure out together, and just do your best. Great. Good. All right, so that's looking good. And I might be able to upload some more docs real quick here. Let's see if it's going to work out. Yep. So if I go to desktop, we have more finance CVS. Just throw them in there. Continue. Continue. All right, so now we should have a lot more documents in here. Parent directory, yeah, so there's a whole bunch. Try to start with the finance ones and these ones here. Like, yeah, all these. Wow. Lots and lots. Okay. Good, 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 good. And this is just the beginning. And I want to make sure you guys know that in this process for downloading and creating the spreadsheets and copying it into the Google spreadsheet, right? You know, watch this video. This video is very important.
Testing for the.
Oh, like it doesn't work. So it's going to be minute 21. So 21:00. I can understand why it doesn't work. Verify current link.
Click on the insert link button. They'll come up here, and then I would just go here and paste. So you could do like, Command V, or you could come up here and go to paste. Okay. Oops. So just gonna go here, link, paste, and apply. And now that's linked right here, so I can get back to this doc anytime. Yeah. So that's how we create and link a document. And then for the indexing here, as we're doing our trainings, it's good to note how long the index was. So that was about 3 to 4 minutes. It wasn't very long, that particular training. Cool. So let's do a quick training on how to do the finance itself. It's not the easiest thing to do, but it shouldn't be too hard. So let's see if I can do here. So for this one, I would let's create a new folder. And call it Exa Finance. I'm in here, and then I'm gonna create a new Google spreadsheet. And then I would go to this link, the finance docs. Now let's start with Coinbase. So here's the CVS. I would open it with numbers. It's gonna download. And then I would want to basically, highlight all of these here, copy them, and paste. There, it worked.
Yep.
And so this one says Coinbase transactions report. So I mean, who knows what that means exactly, but we'll just say Coinbase transaction report 1. Okay. I'm sure the others, yes, we want everyone to be able to edit. And I'm gonna copy this, and I'm gonna go ahead and put it into our project finance here. So this is spreadsheet. Coinbase transaction report. And then I can link that here. So I just did one of them. I completed one of them. And then I also, as we're going through our work here, I think we're going back to our buddy. So as we're going through our work here, so for example, this finance information, I want to go ahead and copy and link this here to our project finance top here, and that'll keep this log. And I can also, at the top of the doc, I can link our super global team. So that's there. You guys get a little point there. And this doc is pretty much completed, right? And so we just have to keep adding the other spreadsheets, and then eventually we'll get it all reconciled, and it'll take time, but we'll get there. Yeah. And yeah, that's how that works. So we want to that's another index training here. We're always constantly helping with index training. This would be downloading and creating a spreadsheet and copying. What was that called?
A spreadsheet.
It was a CSV. So basically what we just did was we copied a CSV into a Google spread. Okay. And so this one we started at minute.
Okay, anyways, I think that's pretty clear that it's very easy and possible to watch these videos. So you should watch lots of them. All right, so this is now linked properly. So let's go ahead and put this back into the, my goodness. Right here. And it needs to go into here. All right, so I'm gonna check out. I thought this went really well. Way too tired, need to go to bed. You guys are gonna have to deal with all of the value tracking and all the other stuff, so please deal with that. And let me bold this one, it's so important. And let's make sure everybody gets a chance to check out. Maybe we can do the checkout here at the bottom. Check out. Okay. All right. You guys take care. Good work with everything. Bye.